I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, another E3 has come and passed. And today, I'm going to go over everything that happened in the E3 in a circumcised little manner and tell you why it was fucking awful. It was terrible beyond all belief, and it's just there's no reason why it should be that terrible. This is gonna be unscripted, apart from comedic stutters like I just did there. So let's go over why this event made me want to get stage 4 syphilis. All right, now here we go.
We said meh. M-E-H. Meh.
EA came out first on the Saturday, so they did have some stuff, but apart from their usual things, the first thing they announced is, actually no, I don't think it's the first thing, but here's the things they announced because a lot of the stuff is out of order. They announced Battlefield 1 expansion in the name of the Tsar, which looks like it's going to be a Russian-based storyline. It looks pretty good. I mean, I have Battlefield 1, but I don't even know if I am going to get this expansion. But if I see a little bit more about it, I might get it, because it does seem a little bit interesting. I do like Russian history. Then blah 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 NFL, blah 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 NBA, blah 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 FIFA, and then they have Need for Speed Payback, which is just Burnout. You got rid of Burnout to bring back Burnout, because that makes sense, am I right? Then they showed A Way Out, and it's made by the person who made Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. It's basically a game where you control two people at once with each stick, and you gotta achieve a common goal. And in this game, it's basically just breaking out of prison, and that actually seems really, really interesting. I like the character models, the graphics look great, and it seemed like something I would play, so I look forward to that. Then they teased Anthem, but I'm not going to talk about that yet until we get to Sony, because Sony actually showed off some gameplay about it. So we're going to hold off on that. Then we have Battlefront 2, which actually looks really good. I hope it's just more content filled than the Battlefield 1. The graphics, like always, look really, really good. I just hope there's more content in this one. EA's press conference was average at best. They do the usual jerking themselves off, but in always line was saying that we commit our best time to you. We are here for the players, knowing that's full of shit, but hey, what can you do?
How disappointing.
Microsoft was the one on E3 Sunday, and it was probably the most anticipated Microsoft event of all time, because of showing off the Xbox Scorpio, which finally has a name, the Xbox One X. That has to be the most uncreative name for a console or anything I have ever heard in my life. If you put the suffix X onto anything, it's very telling that you're kinda lazy on naming things. Mega Man X, Jason X, which is actually a 10th movie, so I'll excuse that. I'll excuse Mortal Kombat X again, since it's the main storyline, 10th main storyline Mortal Kombat game. But with Xbox One X, you could have got a better response if you called it the Xbox 720 or the Xbox 2. You know what? It's just, yeah, I don't know. They showed us that it's gonna be 4K, but they kind of danced around 60 frames per second, because most of the games that are coming out aren't going to be 60 frames per second. So thanks for lying to us, Microsoft, for over 2 years, the better part of 2 years. You lied to us saying it's going to be 4K 60 frames per second. And all the Xbox fanboys that were jerking themselves off and sticking up for Microsoft saying it's going to be 4K 60 frames per second, well, you're a liar, okay? It's not 60 frames per second, it's just regular 4K. I don't know if it's true 4K or just checkerboard 4K, but they're saying it's 4K. However, I did read something that says that if it says Xbox One X Enhanced, even if it's not enhanced, you'll get a good experience. So a game could be just ported from the Xbox One to the Xbox One X without any changes. So yeah, you want to think about that. It's a very small system. It's the smallest Xbox system ever, which is kind of jarring, since all of the Xbox systems were fucking huge. Like, every single one of them. The Xbox was huge. The 360 wasn't that huge, but it was kind of huge. The Xbox One is huge, but this one isn't going to be that big. It's retailing for $500, and it's going to have original Xbox backwards compatibility, which is really, really cool. I get to play all the great games I grew up with, including Drink of the 99 Dragons. That game is a keeper. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And it's you hear that? You guys hear that? That's people are outside mowing the lawn. It is 10 in the morning. And then they announced it's gonna come out November 7th, which is Call of Duty season. Okay. Alright, not bad. Alright, so this system is kind of underwhelming, but hey, maybe it can make it forward with the games, right? Then we talked about Anthem a bit. Again, skip. Then talked about Assassin's Creed Origins, which looked very interesting, to be honest. It's gonna take place in Egypt, as we know, and one thing I've seen from the Far Cry Falcon drone, as I have dubbed it, because that's the same thing for Far Cry Primal, when you used to use it as sort of a recon kind of weapon or ability. So look out for that, and it looks plainly interesting. I might pick it up if I see some more gameplay. I just hope it's better than Unity and Syndicate. Then they showed off a game called they didn't show up Black Desert, which is getting a port from the PC to Xbox One, which is really cool. I like Black Desert. It's a really great RPG. I hope a lot of people get to play it and enjoy it. Then they showed off Crackdown 3. It lives. It's here. It's living and breathing. It looks great. It's it's coming out in November, so I don't know if I'm right about that. If I'm right about that, I'll just if I'm wrong about that, I'll leave up an annotation on the screen. But Crackdown 3, it lives, so I'm glad for that. Then they showed off Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which made me jizz my pants. If you saw me and J Money's coverage of the Microsoft press conference, it looked fucking amazing. Like, oh my god, it looked amazing. I don't want to get hyped because it may be disappointing, but it's just. Oh no, it's not the Dragon Ball! It's the Dragon Ball!
Fuck yeah! Let's go!
I can calm my ass down. I gotta calm my ass down. Oh, look at the speed! Look at the
Bro.
Oh, pre-order. I'm pre-ordering.
Pre-order. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Then they showed off Forza Motorsport 7. Forza Motorsports 7. This is the 10th Forza game, Microsoft. Who cares about Forza anymore? Does anybody legitimately care about Forza besides racing game fanatics? Anybody? I don't think so. I've yet to meet any people who actually still care about the series. Then they showed off some car, because that's what people want to see at E3, fucking cars. Then they showed off Cuphead, which is coming out September 29th. I am very happy that it's here and it lives. Then they showed off a game called Deep Rock Galactic, which is basically a mining simulator with guns and is co-op. That looks really, really interesting. I actually can't wait for that one to come out. It looks like it's going to be a great deal of fun. If it's for Xbox One though only, then it looks like J Money and Brand New might get some mileage out of that, because I refuse to get an Xbox One. Then they showed off Ori 2, in which J Money remarked of the Black Hokage doing a backflip, because he actually liked the first Ori game, and so did I. So rejoice, and we get in the sequel. The Last Night is like an 8-bit kind of story-driven game, which looks very interesting. It looks like it's gonna be a very interesting time, you know. Then they showed off a game called The Artful Escape, which looks fucking weird, with guitars and spacesuits and shit like that. So you gotta be on the lookout for that. They showed off a game called Tacoma, which I said it's unfinished game simulator. Like, you know, from the Devolver Digital press conference where it said earliest access when it's shoved out to the customer as soon as possible. That's what made me think of Tacoma. Then they showed off a 2D platformer game called A Lucky's Tale, which is pretty good. We haven't had a 2D platformer in a long time. So, we haven't had a good 2D platformer in a long time. So, I can look forward to that. Then it showed off the Life is Strange prequel, which reminded me of Tony Hawk's American Wasteland by how it looked. The voice actor for Chloe isn't going to be the same because of the whole SAG-AFTRA strike that a lot of voice actors are going through right now. They showed off Minecraft in super duper 4K. Stop fucking whoring out Minecraft, Microsoft, please. Then they showed off that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is coming to Xbox One and Xbox One X, which is cool, but the game's not finished. And there's like still a lot of patches coming here, so I don't know. I mean, it is popular among PC players. Yeah, I like it. It's a really great time, but I don't know if it's in your best interest to bring it in while it's not finished. But hey, I guess we can see how it's gonna go from here. Then they showed off Sea of Thieves, which Sea of Thieves looks fairly interesting, but the conference made it look super fucking boring. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it looks more boring. It looked more boring than it should. It looks hella interesting, but I don't get why they made it look so boring. Like, I almost fell asleep during that one, and I don't know. I hope it's better than it is. And then it showed off State of Decay 2, which looks pretty interesting. I haven't played the first State of Decay. I don't know if that's good or not, but State of Decay 2 does look really good. So that's Microsoft press conference, and again, it was kind of underwhelming. They danced around 4K 60 frames per second, except no 60 frames per second. So yeah, that's pretty good. I'm looking down my list again to see if I forgot anything. No, I did not. I did not forget a thing. So yeah, look out for the Xbox One X coming in 4K, but most undoubtedly not 60 frames per second.
What the hell was that?
Bethesda had the worst conference by far. Bethesda, you've had terrible conferences for 2 years in a row. If you don't have shit to show, don't have a press conference. You showed off 2 new games. 2! I'm not counting an expansion as a game. You showed off 2 new games. That's it. That's not worthy of a press conference. So, alright, let me go through here. They had this whole shtick they had a whole theme park called Bethesda Land, so if it was a legit theme park, I would have my fucking money back, because it reminds me of Six Flags. We get on all the rides, but you're fucking sick, so you're throwing up everywhere. Yeah, it's that kind of a bad time. They showed out Fallout VR and Doom VFR. It's kind of weird, because how come I get that you have VR, but it's already like a first-person game. And by the way, it looks like the movement kind of circumcised, which takes away a little bit of the thrill from Fallout and from Doom. But hey, I don't know. Maybe people can't get a kick out of that. Then the biggest fuck you ever since Take-Two said that mods were illegal for OpenIV, rest in peace. They announced the Creation Club, which has you pay for mods. I'm gonna say it again. Pay for mods. Bethesda, what the fuck are you doing? The reason people like your games, one of the biggest reasons that people like your games is the mods. And you're gonna start paying for that shit? Are you mental? What the fuck ails you? Like, what compelled you to think that this was a good idea to start charging for mods? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm just glad that at least you didn't go to Nexus Mods and say that modding is illegal, like fucking Take-Two, but still, charging for mods is not in your best interest, Bethesda. This was a mistake on a big level. Then they showed off Skyrim Switch, and this was in the Sony press conference, but I'm gonna bring it up here. They showed off Skyrim VR. 6 years, Bethesda. That game came out 6 years ago, and you're still whoring it out like it's a new IP. Skyrim came out in 2011. I don't know if it's your most popular game of all time, but why are you whoring out a 6-year-old game? It's like if Nintendo would keep supporting Super Mario Galaxy. Stop it. I get that Skyrim's kind of your bread and butter right now, but the game is 6 years old. Let it die. Then he showed oh yeah, also with it came with a Link amiibo, which is already visible through possible through mods, but whatever. They showed off Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. I still haven't played a Dishonored game, but J Money seemed very interested in this, so I'm not gonna hold that against him. Showed Evil Within 2, which looked pretty good. The first Evil Within looked pretty good too, so I hope this one looked pretty good. And Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, which is easily the best thing they announced so thus far. I love the first Wolfenstein, and it looked really good. And I keep thinking it was Fallout for some reason, but I don't know. Probably next year when they have like a Fallout New Orleans or some shit like that. But Wolfenstein 2 does look great. Running around killing Nazis, that's always a plus in my book. Nah, I'm not an SJW. But that's Bethesda so far. Easily the worst press conference of the whole of all of E3. Like, oh my god, it was terrible. Again, Bethesda, I'm going to say this. If you don't have anything to show, don't have a press conference. It's easy.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Next up, we have Ubisoft. And Ubisoft, a lot of people consider them to be a winner, even though I beg to differ. But they did show a lot of good stuff with Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is my jam. I love the first Beyond Good and Evil. But it seems like this one's gonna have like a more realistic touch to it than the first one, which I welcome wholeheartedly. I hope it's really good. I do want to pick it up, but again, no pre-orders, no day one buys, because I don't want no, you know my policy on that shit. They showed off Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which everybody thought at first was gonna be like a throwaway game, but it's basically Mario XCOM, a Mario strategy game, and it looks good, like really good. I don't know. If I had a Switch, I'd pick it up. Too bad it's like a Switch exclusive, but hey, it looks good. Maybe when I get my Switch in the holiday, I'll pick it up. They showed off The Crew 2, nobody cares, because The Crew was garbage. They showed off Transference, which was some weird VR game. They had Elijah Wood. I guess it's some game focusing on psychology or some shit like that. Then they showed off Skull and Bones, which I have dubbed Sea of Thieves Remastered, or Assassin's Creed 4 without Assassin's Creed. It's basically ships. So I think a lot of people will pick that up instead of Sea of Thieves. Showed off Star Links, which is basically Ubisoft Amiibo Battle Arena. Take with that what you will. Far Cry 5, where you're actually focused on a cult, which is pretty good. I actually like cult storylines a lot. They seem really interesting. And they're also showing off Riley. I mean a dog. So so I don't know. I hope the dog thing is actually a legit mechanic instead of just something to get out there. They showed off a little bit of South Park: The Fractured But Whole, which I just think needs to come out already. I get that if the game needs work, it needs work. It needs to be ready. I get that. I really do. And I hope that it's good. I like the first South Park, and I hope this one's really good too. It's like a strategy game. Like, it reminds me of Mega Man Battle Network, so that's really good. Blah blah blah, Just Dance, and they have a Steep expansion, which Steep I heard was pretty cool. I actually hope that's really good. Overall, Ubisoft had a really great conference, and I can't wait for a lot of games that they announced, especially that Beyond Good and Evil. That one's gonna be one to look out for.
We said meh. M-E-H. Meh.
Sony came out and tried to replicate what they did last year, but to a lesser extent. It was kind of underwhelming compared to last year. They announced Uncharted: The Last Legacy, which was the only thing from Naughty Dog that was announced at E3. I don't really think that expansion should be announced at E3, but hey, whatever. They had a Horizon Zero Dawn expansion. Then they Then they showed a little bit more of Days Gone, which is pretty cool. Like motorcycle gangs alongside zombies. That looks really cool. They showed off Monster Hunter World, which is a fucking beast. Get it? Beast? Puns. But to be honest, Monster Hunter World looks really good. It's really cool to see a Monster Hunter game not on Nintendo. That way everybody can actually play it now. So that's cool. They showed off the Shadow of Colossus remaster, which looked fucking ace. Like, I fucking love Shadow of Colossus. I'm sorry for all the fucking I'm drawing, because I'm uncreative, but I love Shadow of the Colossus. It looked really great. I loved the game back then, and I'm gonna love the game right now. I hope Team Eco is the people who are working on this, but if they're not, then I hope whoever's taking over it now is gonna do the game justice. They showed off Call of Duty World War II, which looked pretty cool. They for some reason got rid of all the swastikas though, but hey, I mean that doesn't really matter. It's just kind of weird. Then they showed up a whole gaggle of PSVR games. Showed off Skyrim, which I already told you about. Bravo Team, Star Child, The Impatient, Final Fantasy 15 Fishing. Ha ha ha. Then they showed off Monster of the Deep and Moss. I guess you do gotta advertise your VR machine somewhat, but I don't know. The PSVR just isn't really sparking my fancy so far. They showed off God of War, which doesn't look like a God of War game. I'm sorry, it doesn't look like a God of War game. It looks like Uncharted with God of War skins. But I just hope it's good. Even if it's a change, like a huge change, even though it has a son, even though it's a huge change, I just hope it's good. They showed off Detroit Become Human, which is made by people which is like a David Cage game, made by the person who made Fahrenheit, The Indigo Prophecy, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls. Ew. I hope this one's like the Indigo Prophecy or Heavy Rain and not another Beyond Two Souls, because Beyond Two Souls was hot, steaming garbage. Then they showed off Undertale, which is coming to PS4. That's pretty great. I'm glad people get to experience this great game. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which showed off to have a lot of DLC day one. 9 characters, DLC, day one. And they have a circumcised roster as it is. How can you even think that's a good idea, Capcom? Oh yeah, you're Capcom, that's why. Yeah, your money first, right? I mean, forget our consumers. Let's get this money out there. They're gonna buy it anyway. No, the characters need. If you're gonna do this, at least have the DLC be free. Don't have it be paid DLC. It makes no sense, but if you have free DLC, fine. Maybe I can accept that. But what I can accept is that these models look ugly. Oh my god, they look ugly. Street Fighter V came out last year, and that looks better than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Okay? Mighty Number 9 came out 2 years ago, I think. And that looks better than Mega Man X in this game. Devil May Cry came out in 2011, I think. I'm talking about the reboot. Now, that was years ago. And that looks better than Dante in this game. What is going on with you, Capcom? Then they showed off some Destiny 2 gameplay, which is 4K, not 60 frames per second, so I'm not really interested in Destiny. I played the first one, it was pretty cool, but it was just kind of a knockoff Halo to me. But they're also going to be on PC on Battle.net, which is weird, but whatever. And then they showed off Anthem. I've been waiting for this conference to talk about Anthem, because Anthem looks beast, alright? It's like, yes, it's an open world game, and I think we have too many open world games right now, but this game looks so open world that you could get lost in it. That can either be a good thing or a bad thing. It looks beautiful, it looks spacious, it looks atmospheric, it looks really, really good. Alright, so take that when you will. BioWare, I hope you actually do good things with this. It's gonna come out probably next year. It said next year. So I don't know. I hope it's good when it comes out. And then they finish off with Spider-Man. Spider-Man Spider-Man made by Insomniac Games. I'm glad Beanox isn't doing this game. They've been doing Spider-Man games for years, but Insomniac Games looks like they know what they're doing. Alright? Because this Spider-Man game looks awesome. It looks awesome. I love the look and feel of how Spider-Man moved. I like all the endless possibilities of the webs. I like how he's seen through the city. I like this. The storyline looks completely original than the whole Uncle Ben dead, now go fight that guy, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, that kind of stuff. I'm glad it ain't following the movies. I'm glad it's doing its own storyline. And it looks like it's gonna come out like alongside. I thought it was gonna come out alongside Spider-Man Homecoming, but Homecoming comes out sooner than the game comes out, so I guess we can look for that. Sony's press conference was pretty cool, but underwhelming compared to last year. That's like a common theme I'm running into with these E3s. Underwhelming. But this next one isn't underwhelming. Nintendo finally got their shit together. It's a miracle. They didn't have a press conference, which was weird, but they finally got their shit together. You might be saying, oh, how? Well, here's how. It showed off Xenoblade 2, which was pretty cool. I like Xenoblade Chronicle games. They are really good. Even the one on the Wii U and the Wii were great. They announced a new Kirby game coming to the Nintendo Switch. A new Pokemon RPG coming to the Nintendo Switch. So you're not just getting that remaster of Sun and Moon on the Switch. You're getting a new Pokemon RPG. We're getting a new Yoshi game, which I love Yoshi, so that's pretty great. Breath of the Wild is getting DLC. Rocket League is getting ported to the Switch, which is pretty cool. I like Rocket League. And Fire Emblem Warriors is going to the Switch. So you guys get a new Fire Emblem game. That's great. Then they showed off a lot of stuff for Mario Odyssey, and Mario Odyssey looks damn gorgeous. It looks so gorgeous. Like, oh my god. It's doing something that the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X is actually doing. 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second. 60 frames per second. So take notes, please. It's probably gonna be 720p, 60 frames per second on the Switch dongle, but I don't know if it's gonna be 1080p on the TV. I don't know, but it's 60 frames per second, so that's great. It's running smoothly. It's so colorful, so vibrant. It looked really great. I hope it's good. It's coming out in October, which is my birthday month, so hopefully I can get a Switch and a copy of that around that time. Then the biggest announcement. Not one, but 2 Metroid games have been announced. They have Metroid Prime 4, which is now in development, so Kingdom Hearts 3, and we'll see you in development hell. And they showed off Metroid for the 3DS, which is basically a reimagining of Metroid 2. Metroid is back from the dead. How long has it been since Other M? I think Other M came out in 2008. In this case, it's been 9 years since a Metroid game. That's crazy. You haven't had a Metroid game for 9 years. And I'm not counting Metroid Prime Federation Force, okay? I'm not counting that. But that's great. A lot of people are rejoicing that Samus is back, that she's going to be kicking butt once again, kicking ass once again. Cringy. But I can't wait for that to happen. It looks really great. Also some miscellaneous stuff if you care to listen. But if you don't care about the miscellaneous stuff, you can just skip the disappointing video. I only have 3 things for miscellaneous. It's about Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. Sonic Mania is scheduled to come out this year, and so is Sonic Forces. And basically, you can create your own character. You can run around with Sonic. You can be your own DeviantArt fan creation. So hallelujah. And then the Devolver Digital press conference, which is the best press conference. Now, hear me out. As far as press conferences go, Devolver Digital had the best one. But as far as showing off things, Nintendo had the best one. Devolver Digital press conference was hilarious and funny and full of... It was full of care and wonder. Alright, they wanted to go out there and have a good time, and they did. They had a great time. So I can't knock them for that. This year's E3 was quite terrible, but a lot of good things have come out of this E3, and a lot of bad things come out of this E3. Hopefully next year can actually be pretty good. If you agree with anything I said, or you disagree with anything I say, leave a comment down below. Show me, let me know how you think. Subscribe if you haven't. Also, leave a like. I'm with the big guy, and make sure that you stay safe, sound, and sexy.
Gon' be alright.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Skimming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. We're pretty pussy.